Hello, I've got a porter cable miter saw, and I had a problem with my blade spinning, or should I say the lack of it spinning. And seems like it spin a little bit, didn't have any torque. If I put any pressure on it, it stopped moving. And so I Googled for some help, no help there. Actually went online and tried to get some support from porter cable, and it kept on giving me an error when I went to the last step and put my information in. So I got aggravated there. I went to YouTube, and no one on YouTube was even close to helping me. The only thing that helped me, or should I say gave me some motivation, was someone else did a YouTube post and they had the same problem. They were asking for help and no one responded. That was like 10, 11 months ago, and nobody responded. They had like 4 views. Nobody responded. I'm sorry, I had more than that, 205 views, and nobody responded. So I don't know how to respond. There's no button to comment on his post. So I just said I'm going to make one because maybe this will help someone. So anyway, the electric motor was working fine, had power and everything. When I would turn the shear pin with it broken down like this, there was no problems. The gear was moving. But before I fixed it, this gear right here, the problem was this little pin, and I guess vibration over time, had slid all the way over and the gear was barely touching. So whenever I put it back together and there was a little, whatever vibration or rotation, this gear was sliding over. And because the gear was sliding over, of course, it wasn't giving any torque. So, and I only noticed that because I called my dad to get some help from him, and we just talked through it, and he went through the steps to make sure I checked everything. And then while I was talking to him, I was just sitting here looking, and I put my hand on the wheel, and the wheel moved left and right. So I just slid the gear over and pushed the pin over. Actually, I took the pin out like an idiot. Hard time putting it back on, but it's back on. So anyway, it's not that difficult. I took more of it apart than I should have. The only thing you need to do is take the guard down here apart. There are 4 screws here. I took the shear pin initially, but you don't need to take that out. You can leave that in there. And once you slide, this was attached there, you slide this out. Let's see. You slide this out, and then you just push that pin over, and then push that little deal, or push the gear over rather than the pin, and then you'll be fixed. Again, this is a week video. I've been making some above ground planters. I made a few for my wife because she was bored and told me she wanted a garden. So that's the beginning of what I'm doing for her. I'm going to do some more things. And then my brother came by, and his kids at school were working on growing vegetables and things of that nature. And he saw it. He says, "Man, that's cool. Why don't you make me some? And the school will pay for them." So I made him 6. He wants a total of 10. All I got to do is trim them out a little bit and put a little linseed oil on them, and I'm going to line them for them and then deliver them. Again, for my problem with it spinning, and this is a pretty good saw, man. I haven't had any problems. The only problem I had with this saw was, I think, me bumping around one of my stop blocks on the end broke off right here. This little piece right here broke off, and I just need to weld it back on. Keeps it from setting, going up and down. But other than that, I love this saw. I was going to be kind of teed off if it broke. I've probably had it for 2 years. No problems. If it was broken, I had to go buy another. I was going to be teed off. I would have probably, if I couldn't figure out what the problem was, heck, it would be no use in fixing it because I don't know how to fix it. But I figured it out. So hopefully this helps somebody. Stay safe.